Hello and welcome to my YouTube channel. In this lecture, I am going to discussing about the economics chapter 3 inflation. I already covered GDP, GNP, okay, in the last lecture. I hope you watched this lecture. If you have missed this lecture, please go through the YouTube channel and please watch, okay. Before we proceed in this video, please share and subscribe my YouTube channel. In this lecture, I am going to detail explanation about inflation. What is inflation? Why inflation is required? Okay, everything I will be discussing this lecture. So in this topic, I covered inflation in India, types of inflation, and cost of inflation. It cannot possible to include all the topic in the one lecture. I will be come for 3 and 4 lecture. I will be ensure that I will be covered all the 3 topics. Okay. Now this is the basics question. It was asked in UPSC examination about inflation and CPI. This question was asked in 2020-21. Okay, what is question? Question in reference of India. Consider the following statement is correct. Okay, WPI is India published by Reserve Bank of India. CPI is industrial worker is released by NSO, and RBI use CPI based inflation in monetary policy decision. Okay, you can give answer in the comment box. Please try. In 2015, same question was asked. Inflation in India is measured by which of the following indices? WPI, CPI, both WPI and CPI, and GDP deflator. See, these all are in the option in 2015 and 2021. They will ask in the statement form. Okay, that's why PY keys are helpful for your examination. Okay, it gives direction of the how to prepare the examination. Okay, if you watch this lecture completely, you will able to solve this question easily. Okay, let's proceed this examination. Before this going to the lecture, okay, can I ask one thing? Yes. Okay, in 1947 your grandfather was earning 100 rupees. Okay, in 2025 you are earning 1000 rupees. Is standard of living has risen? Yes or no? Because you are earning 100 times more than grandfather in 1947, your standard of living has risen. Okay, this is first example. Second example, in 1947 wheat price in the paisa, now wheat price in the rupees 300 400 rupees. Then is a standard of living was increasing. Okay, okay. In Bangalore in 2000, I think 1947, what was the rent? I think in paisa. Now what was the rent? Now rent is in rupees. Okay, now in this 3 example I want to convey like that. In as compared to 1947 and 2025, your standard of living has increased or not? Okay, now let's see what was the inflation in 1947. That time in 1929 great depression was come. In great depression was deflation was there, and that time world war was also there. When world war was found, 1939 to 1945, that time inflation was increased due to military expenditure and shortage. लड्डू तो बढ़ता ही नहीं है, ये तो एक ही है कि जब कोई वार होगा तो इन्फ्लेशन बढ़ना तय है. After that post independence 1947-1988, India faced moderate inflation in the initial year because we have uh, we have shortage of food. Partition that time also was there. We have faces many problem in initial year of independence. In 1967 to 1971, due to war, the high inflation was high. In 1960 to 1970, in 1973, oil shock was there. That time also inflation was raised by 20%. Okay, that's impacting heat in India more. Like after that, green revolution was come and milk revolution was come. That time, food price will be have been stabilized in 1970. Now, in liberalization era, 1980 to 2000, in 1991, India faced several balance of payment crises. I will be covered balance of payment crisis in separate video. Okay, that was leading the economic liberalization. In 1991, inflation was in peak. What was the inflation rate that time? 13.6%. Okay, due to devaluation and structural reform. Again, 1997 financial crisis has come. That time inflation was moderate, 5 to 7%. The now inflation is there. In 2013 onwards, inflation was controlled by RBI. Okay. In 2020, due to COVID disruption, inflation was little bit high because of global supply chain was disrupted. Now RBI maintained the inflation rate what? 4%, either plus 2 or minus 2. It is regulated by monetary policy framework. Now First, I want to explain the consumer price index. Why consumer price index? Now I am discussing. In CPI, this is a important indicator to measure the change in retail price of goods and service. Okay, this is consumed by household over the time. It is one of the key tool to use the inflation in the economy. Okay, in what is CPI? CPI is weighted average price of the basket of consumer goods and service. Okay, now you are in household, how much you are consuming the goods and service, goods, both goods and service, that was measured by CPI. It's reflect how price change affect consumer in the initial day living. Like in the 10 days before, your rice price is in 10 days before, in rice price was 10 rupees. Now your rice price is 20 rupees. That CPI measure how much it is changed 10 to 20 rupees, how it will affect the consumer life. That is calculated by CPI. Okay, who is published? National Static Officer, that is comes under the Ministry of Static and Program Implementation. Okay, this is very important point. It was asked in the 2018 examination and 2021 examination. Okay, CPI it means CPI combined is official inflation measure used by RBI for monetary policy decision. This is also important point. This inflation targeting framework adopted in 2016. 2016 is a base year. You have to remember also. Okay. And CPI see inflation keep inflation is 4% and plus minus 2%. Now types of CPI in India. There is four types of consumer price index catering the different section in the society. First is CPI industrial worker. In target group is industrial worker. Base year is 2016, published by Labor Bureau. Okay. And second one is CPI for agriculture labor. Targeted group is agriculture labor only. Base year is 1986 to 87. It is published by Labor Bureau only. And CPI for rural labor. Target group is rural labor only. And base year is 1986 to 87, published by Labor Bureau. And CPI combined C. This is target group. It is targeted urban and rural population. Base year is 2012, and it is published by NSO and Ministry of Static and Program Implementation. This is important point. In UPSC, UPPCS, and BPSC directly it will comes examination of this slide. Oh, you have to focus. Okay. Now, what is significance of the CPI in the UPSC examination? Yeah, any examination. It calculates the inflationary measurement. It reflects the real-time inflation affecting the consumer. And second one is monetary policy. RBI use CPIC inflation to frame the monetary policy. Like we have to change repo rate, reverse repo rate, cut the repo rate, yeah, increase the repo rate. Okay. It is measure the cost of living the adjustment. Okay. It is helpful for social welfare scheme also, like setting the poverty line, yeah, revising the subsidies. It is helpful for the policy making also. It used by policy makers for economic planning and budgetary formulation. What is challenge and limitation of CPI? First challenge is it is limited coverage. It means base year is same. Now also I am measuring the, yeah, we are measuring the 2012 only. In 2012 rice price was different. In 2025 rice price is different. That's why it is need to periodic update. That why limited coverage is there. Volatile means food and fuel price, we have no dependent. Okay, we have no control on food and fuel price because it is depend upon the market. That is heavily influenced by CPI causing fluctuation. Okay, data collection mismatch is there. Exclusion of core inflation. Okay, CPI includes only volatile items like food, fuel, making inflation targeting the complex. Okay, and what is the conclusion of that? Okay, this conclusion is CPI is crucial indicator to inflation measurement, policy decision, economic analysis of India. It is important role to targeting the inflation, wage policies, and economic planning to make. Okay, I hope you like this video. If you like this video, please share and subscribe my YouTube channel. Thank you guys. Thank you for watching this video. Jai Hind.